this video, we're going to talk about Lando Norris and why he is F1's most entertaining driver. Okay, so here you can see Lando doing the Smooth Operator song, obviously famously associated with Carlos Sainz, his former teammate at McLaren. Obviously they're good mates together. They were teammates in 2019 and 2020 before Carlos moved to Ferrari in 2021. But yeah, that song is most often associated with Carlos. He is the Smooth Operator. I believe he first sung it on the team radio when he was driving for either Ferrari or McLaren. I think McLaren. And yeah, that song has been commonly linked with him ever since. And obviously Lando's his good friend, so just singing it there.
Chicken shawarma. What the hell is that? Chicken shawarma.
Okay, so here you can see Lando Norris, presumably during one of his live streams on Twitch, trying to pronounce the name of a food, and obviously you can see him kind of failing, butchering the name. But yeah, it's just kind of funny to see him try and attempt that name. Obviously, he didn't really succeed, but yeah, he just tries to be, I guess in his streams and stuff, he definitely tries to have this sort of personality. Off the track, he's probably one of the most charismatic personalities in Formula One history, I would say. There's not many F1 drivers have a lot of personality off the track with channels, merch, Twitch live streams, etc. But Lando is one of those people.
Oh, wow. I heard you. It's not, don't worry, it's nothing to do with your question.
Okay, so here you can see Lando at the Silverstone Grand Prix during a press conference with some other fellow F1 drivers, Daniel Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. You can see him absolutely dying with laughter there. I'm not sure what exactly he was laughing at, but like I said, not many drivers show that much sort of character, personality, emotion, etc. in terms of laughing. See, George Russell was a lot more reserved, but people like Lando encourage other drivers like George to maybe come out of his shell a bit more, showing more expression that he otherwise probably wouldn't have, because Lando himself is such a bubbly, energetic character, both on and off the track.
So we thinking we solved, we don't play. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hold up.
Okay, so you can see once again another very entertaining side of Lando. The fact that he's just out here, you know, throwing parties or hosting events like DJ parties or nights out, etc. He's a very outgoing person who likes to go to different events and stuff. Not many F1 drivers you see kind of being like DJs and stuff at events, but Lando's one of those guys. Recently went with Max Verstappen to Tomorrowland with also Martin Garrix, who's a famous DJ. So just hosting or throwing parties alongside DJs. Like I said, you don't see many F1 drivers out there doing stuff like that, and just shows once again how much of an entertainer Lando is.
We're all waiting. Don't worry. Hilda. That's what I said. No. Hilda. Nice. Nice. Hilda. Yeah, more or less.
Okay, so you can see Lando trying to pronounce a word that Carlos was saying, and once again you can see him kind of failing miserably, but the way he pronounces it is just kind of funny. Like I said, he is an entertaining character, tries to say certain words, sing certain words in a funny way, and like I said, for any F1 fan out there, it's just funny seeing him kind of do stuff the way he does it, and the way he laughs as well. Like I said, he's full of energy, such a character in the paddock. Definitely, like I said, he probably has one of the most bubbly characters in the paddock.
I'm crying. Oh man, that's so cool. Oh, that's so classic radio. Wait, you can't see it there, can you? Jav, Landy, can you describe the conditions around the track, please? Fucking wet. Oh, I'm driving. Oh, these are so cool. It looks like.
Okay, so here you can see Lando once again on stream holding one of his shoes. It's custom-made LN shoes, obviously his initials, and obviously you can see on the shoe it says F and wet. Once again, Lando has that personality to have these custom-made shoes with different kind of messages. That's just the type of guy he is. Obviously, I think other F1 drivers have their own kind of race shoes or maybe their own merch, but the fact that he just decided to put F and wet on it once again shows his kind of very distinctive, funny personality. Doesn't really have like a filter. He just kind of lets it all out, and yeah, I assume he commonly laughs on stream, and he just has that kind of comedic element about him.
Awesome job, boys.
Okay,
I'm so happy.
Stay on the track.
GG boys.
Even his mannerisms and the stuff he says like on the track, like GG boys, like you can see he's obviously a really young F1 driver. Right now he's only like 23 years old. At the time of that clip being recorded on the F1 track, he's probably maybe like 21 or 20. But like I said, the fact he's like GG and stuff like that, you can see he's got that really youthful, funny personality about him that perhaps an older F1 driver maybe wouldn't have. You can see he's kind of like a fresh face in the F1 paddock. Like I said, because he's really young and energetic, whereas a lot of the drivers, or some of the drivers who are currently on the grid, are maybe a bit older. But Lando brings that youthful, kind of bubbly character onto the grid, and you can see that in that clip, the way he was saying GG on the radio.
Risotto. No.
That was perfect.
Risotto.
Risotto. Risotto.
You can see Lando once again with his former teammate Carlos Sainz, and you can see the banter that they exchange between them, where he's laughing, exchanging jokes, etc., or even trying to pronounce certain words, and whenever they do that, they always laugh to each other or at themselves. They have that level of, like I said, they have that friendship between themselves where they're always just joking around. And even when Lando's on his own, he's not afraid to just kind of pop a joke or mispronounce a word in a funny way. And like I said, he brings that humor and comedy to the grid that not a lot of other drivers do. And Carlos himself is only like this when he's with Lando.
Oh no, my shoes! Okay mate, we got a few hard-ons today. We got Kvyat and the two Willies have gone hard. Everybody else with a free choice is medium, apart from Giovinazzi, who's gone soft.
Thank you for that very precise information, Jav.
Here you can see Lando on the airwaves, on the team radio, and once again you can see him there talking to his race engineer, saying thank you for the very precise information. Just like I said, the way he speaks to his engineers and stuff after race, before or during a race, is usually quite comical. The stuff that the race engineer was saying on the team radio was a bit mad, but like I said, the way Lando responded to it was oddly calm. But I don't know, the manner in which he responded was just funny. Like the team radio guy was saying all sorts of random stuff, and Lando just says thanks for the information. Okay, here you can see once again Lando with Carlos Sainz, and once again the banter that they exchange. They're doing some sort of like a box challenge where you're meant to, I guess, touch something inside the box and try to decipher what it is. And Lando obviously doesn't know what it is, but Carlos does. And like I said, you can see they have a really humorous exchange. They get on really well, and when Lando is with Carlos, that's probably when he's at his most funniest. Because like I said, Car Lando is obviously a famous term used to associate the friendship between them and their banter when they're with each other, and they are probably the most comical duo on the grid. But then again, Lando himself is probably one of the most entertaining drivers alongside Daniel Ricciardo.
This is not the Spanish one.
It's the other one.
Back out next.
Yeah, I was like,
I couldn't see you. I was like, I don't want to question to Alex.
So here you can see Alex Albon and Lando Norris. Obviously, Alex jokingly saying this isn't the Spanish one, i.e. referring to Carlos Sainz, when Sainz was Norris's teammate at McLaren. But yeah, obviously Lando stepped in instead of Carlos, because that's who Albon was expecting. But yeah, like I said, once again, the witty exchange between the two. Lando has that really energetic character and personality, and kind of just exchange banter with anybody. He can cause anybody to laugh because of his humor. And like I said, that is why he's probably one of the most entertaining drivers in the paddock.